Hey guys, it's Twan here. I told you guys I would be getting my airsoft pistol in soon, and it came today. This is going to be an unboxing of the GX-194 that I ordered off Airsoft GI. I already cut open the box here because it would be kind of hard to do with one hand, so I did that ahead of time, but I haven't looked in here, so let's take a look inside. Alright, so right off the bat we got some filling material, obviously. And then we got some paperwork. I think it's the invoice and some promotional stuff. So that's just some random stuff, some info. And then next up we've got the gun. So let's take a look. Alright guys, so here's the case that the gun is shipped in. One thing to note is that on the box it only says G194, and when I ordered it off Airsoft GI it was GX194. So that's just a weird inconsistency. But without further ado, let's get into the box. Okay, so this is a pretty standard plastic case that guns get shipped in. You get the foam on the inside for storage, and then right off the bat you have the manual here. I'll take a look at this later. And then so what you get in here is a bag of BBs. I would not recommend using these because chances are these are pretty crappy .12 gram BBs that'll break if you use it in this gun. So don't use these if you want to get some longevity out of your gun. And then silica gel to stop moisture, and then some extra O-rings right here, you can see. And then what we have here is the gun itself. So I'm going to take a couple minutes, get acquainted with it, and I'll come back and I'll give you guys some more information. Alright guys, so now that I've had a second to get acquainted with the gun, let's go over some of the features. So one of the first things I noticed is that it's a 1-to-1 scale of the actual firearm. So that's a nice thing to have. You don't want a gun that's too big or too small, depending on what the manufacturer decides to do with it. The second thing is that when you pick it up, the gun's actually really heavy. It's probably pretty close to the actual firearm. So that's another nice thing, because you want to have something that's solid in your hands. And the whole gun is metal, so I would attribute that to be the reason why. The only things that are plastic would be the handguard right here and the orange tip. Other than that, the color scheme, you've got all gray with black handguard rails, black safety, and then you got a silver trigger and a silver hammer. Some of the other features on the gun include you have two safeties, one here and one down here. And the top one up here is actually double-sided, so it doesn't matter if you're lefty or righty, you can still use it. And same goes for the back one. To activate this one, in order to pull the trigger down, you have to have this depressed, and then you can pull the trigger. Other things it has is it's got a rail system up front, so if you want to mount a flashlight or a laser, you have the option to do so. Also, up front on the orange tip, it also doubles as a threaded barrel. So if you want to put a mock suppressor on there, you still have the option to do that. Down here, you've got a mount for a sling. So if you want to attach that to your loadout, you have the option to do that. And the final thing is just a regular post sight. So there's nothing special on it. You don't have any like little dots to help you aim it up. It's just pretty straightforward. And the next thing I want to look into is taking off the slide and getting access to the hop-up, but I'm going to need both hands to do that. So once I remove this, I'm going to come back and show you guys what the hop-up looks like. So once you remove the magazine and take out your slide catch, all you have to do is slide the top rail off. And so that comes off as such. And so your hop-up will be right there. I don't know how well you can see it, but there's a little dial right there. And all you have to do is spin that to adjust your hop-up if you want it up or down. So in my time with this gun, there are a couple cons that I've noticed. And the first of which is that I was sent a green gas version of this gun instead of the CO2 version that I ordered. So that's not like a huge thing. I hadn't ordered any CO2 yet, so I can just go get some green gas. But all the while, I thought I was getting a different type of gun, and I got this one. But it shouldn't be too big of a deal. You know, once I get on the field, they should perform relatively similarly, except maybe in cold weather, but I don't think I'll have much of a problem with that. Second is that there's a really weird loading mechanism on this mag. It's so what you would have to do is you pull this back, except there's not much of anything to grab onto, if you can see that. So it kind of makes it a pain to load up the magazine. And then the last problem that I had is that when this was shipped to me, they didn't include any kind of chronograph, so I can't give you specific details of what this gun shoots, but online it says that it's 330 to 320 that it's going to shoot feet per second. So overall, I'm really impressed with this gun. I think it's a great starter pistol for getting into gas blowback guns. And I got this gun for only $50, so I think it's a steal for a full metal green gas gun, because you don't see many out there like it, where everything's metal except for the handguard and the threaded barrel. So I'm gonna do a shooting test on this gun in about 2 weeks when I get home, because I can't do that here while I'm at school. Also, when I get home, I'm gonna get out my sniper review, and I'm also gonna keep the Battlefield 1 gameplay coming, so keep an eye out for that. Other than that, I'm Twan. Thanks for watching my video. Leave a like, comment down below if you think this gun's cool, if you think there's something out there better for the same price. Other than that, thanks for watching my video, guys.